All right, kiddos, welcome back. We are on station 3, which is called Rainbow Milk. I will say this is generally the favorite amongst all of the kiddos. It's got a pretty cool visual to it, so I hope you guys enjoyed as much as my kiddos have in the past. So, station 3, Rainbow Milk. Materials we're going to need. We're going to need some food coloring, some milk, and some soap, a paper plate, and a toothpick. Q-tip. So, what we're going to do first is we're going to pour some milk onto the paper plate. All right, now we got milk onto the paper plate. Now, what I want to tell you, the milk is kind of standing for water in this lab. I know it's milk and not water, and you can do this exact same lab with water rather than milk. However, the milk is going to provide a better reaction, and the reason why milk gives you a better reaction is because it is primarily made up of water, but it also has a lot of fat in it, and that fat is what makes the lab have a little bit cooler and bigger of a reaction than it would with just plain water. All right, so we got our milk on a paper plate, and now I'm going to make our milk rainbow milk. I'm going to make it nice and pretty. So we're going to do some, how about some green? I love green. A couple drops of green. All right, nice and pretty. All right, how about a couple of red? Gonna have stained fingers again. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. How about yellow? Kind of looks more orange. All right, and blue? Got any blue left? All right, I think those are all the colors I have in here. Yep, that's all I've got. I'm gonna wipe my hands off here because they are messy. All right, so we've got a bunch of food dye that sits on top of the milk. Now I want you to notice that the dye is sitting all on top of the milk. It's not mixing around, it's not sinking to the bottom. And the reason why is because water, or also milk, has a very high surface tension. So it has a very nice way, a flat surface that allows things to lay on top of it without sinking. For instance, think about a bug that walks on water. It doesn't break the cohesion of the water, so it's able to walk on top of the water and not sink or fall in underneath the water. Same thing that's happening here with our food coloring. It's not sinking, it's not mixing because it has got a nice surface tension going on. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to take some Dawn soap and we are going to dip our Q-tip in the soap, and then I'm going to put the Q-tip with the soap on it in the middle of all of the dye. All right, watch carefully because it happens fast. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1. All right, look at that reaction. Pretty awesome. It's still going. Pretty cool, huh? Yes. So what happens is the soap is going to break, as we've already learned from the penny experiment, soap breaks the cohesion of water or milk. And so when it does that, it causes the food coloring to psh out. All right, now this lab is a little bit more complicated to understanding because we're using milk rather than water. So I have a nice little article that I have on Google Classroom for you guys to read that will explain in better terms the connection between the milk and the water. Remember, you could do this exact same experiment with water, however, it's not going to have as good of a reaction because there's no fat in water. And the higher the fat milk you use, the better the reaction is. This was 2%, which is pretty high in fat. If you were to use skim milk, it's not going to have as good of a reaction because skim milk has more water and less fat. And just in the same too, if you use whole milk, you're going to have a better reaction because whole milk has got more fat, less water. All right, so this was Rainbow Lab. Make sure you complete your Station 3 questions. And let's revisit one last thing before we go. The 4 properties of water. Which one did we demonstrate here? We had the it sticks to itself, it sticks to other substances, it can absorb large amounts of heat, or it can dissolve many things. Which one do we think this one is? Did it dissolve anything? No, it didn't dissolve the food coloring. Did it absorb any kind of heat? No, it sure didn't. Did it stick to anything else? No, so it's got to be property number 1, which represents water sticks to itself. That cohesion is going to cause a perfect surface tension. That soap is going to come in and break the tension and cause the food coloring to make a beautiful little rainbow. All right, we'll see you guys at Station 4.